Hi there, everybody. I want to welcome you today. I'm honored to be joined by
D-Boy, done the D-Boy Canny.
and man, you just an amazing musician,
Thank you. Yeah.
you know, and not only just that, the things that you do in the community, it's amazing. And I feel like your fans and people that don't know you would be honored to have, some sort of insight
Yeah,
into your activism
yeah,
and as well your journey with the music and just really just you yourself in general,
right.
right?
Yep.
So we posted on screen today, man. We want to welcome you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So
Yeah.
yes, sir. So let's dive in, learn a little bit more about your journey in the music and your inspiring work in the community.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start here. What inspired you to even pursue a music career?
Man, growing up, man, looking at people like Michael Jackson, like dancing, cause, if you know me from back in the days, I was dancing. Like I would win in dance contests at school and everything. But being young, me and my sisters having nothing else to do really, and Wilkerson kind of down a dirt road, there's nothing to do but sing, and do country things, and singing was one of them, man. Rapping, singing too, cause I do it all.
Okay, and I heard you say you and your sister, so you grew up.
Yeah, 4 sisters, only boy.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And how was that dynamic?
Oh man, like, phew. Like, it was good, but with 4 sisters, everybody gonna want to try you sometime, you know what I'm saying? Cause you ain't got that big brother to protect you. But I got 4 sisters though, and they were coming just like brothers.
Okay, man, okay.
Yeah.
So, along with your journey into the music career, the activism that you do, and the role that you play in the community, what inspired that?
Man, back in 2016, people from Milledgeville know it was a bunch of gang violence, a lot of drive-by shootings. And with me doing the music, Milledgeville is small, I know everybody. So when you go on each side of town, you see people from each side of town dying, drive-by shootings every day, and I got a voice. And some of them look up to me. So I was like, I'm gonna use that voice for change. And it started from there, giving out free t-shirts, saying D-Boy Speaks, increase the peace, just trying to get the words out there, man.
And I hope when I ask this, I'm not overstepping any boundaries.
Yeah. No.
Did you lose anybody during this time frame?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, don't matter. I love Milledgeville so much. Like, I didn't have to know you. And if you lost your life to it, it's like, bringing back up the memories from someone, else that have. Because we all family.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is in those small towns. Everybody know everybody.
You're right, man. And sometimes when you lose somebody, you gotta just think about it. It ain't just you that's just losing that person.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, who are some of your biggest influences, both musically and in activism?
I'd say music, 8 Ball and MJG.
Okay.
But just me, you see football players and athletes and stuff like that doing stuff in the communities, you know what I'm saying? But I never had no one that I looked up to that was doing it, because nobody was doing it, So I could just say me.
Yeah. And a lot of times the best role model you can be is for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. I just know I want to change. My kids living here, shit. Anybody can get it. You can be at a store, at a grocery store, anything, Shit happen like that.
And what can you say about your hometown?
Man, I can say it's better. You know, I can say it's way better. But I can say this though, like at one point, and it's still like that to this day, a lot of people probably wouldn't want to do shows with me or whatever because they're afraid that Millersville gonna come and mess it up. You know, I have heard that, you know, a few times, but you know, it ain't just Millersville. Shit happen everywhere.
Yeah, it's correct.
You know? Yeah.
It's correct. And
But they just know that they figure that I'm gonna bring the city out. You know, yeah.
Okay, man. And your stage name?
Yeah, D-Boy. Yep.
That's, you know, where did you get it from, if you don't mind us asking?
Yeah, no, it's no problem. Back in the days, you know, I wasn't always who I was, you know, and I had a buddy named Big Nick, you know, and Tupac had a song out, and on one of his verses, he'd be like, keep an eye on the cop while D-Boy slaying rocks. And my homeboy Big Nick just started calling me D-Boy, and I ran with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you still in contact with that friend now?
Yeah. Actually, about 3 months ago, good friend of mine, like a dad, uncle, friend, best friend, all of that, he passed away from cancer. And Big Nick was out there because we both loved him, you know, so we got a chance to kick it then. I don't see it much, but we did get to kick it then.
And how long has that friendship been, would you say?
Oh, man. I'll say since I was probably 15, 14, 15, something like that, yeah.
And how much value do you place in long-term relationships, like friendships, relationships, just in general?
Yeah, like, man, you got to cherish that because everybody's so fake nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got homeboys that I've been knowing I still kick it with since I was 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of them worked for me.
Oh man, I mean that's great because a lot of people don't get that.
Nah.
A lot of people don't. There's not a lot of genuine relationships out here.
Yeah, it's not.
So let's switch gears here for a second, and let's talk about your creative process when it comes to writing a song. Or when it comes to writing a song, what does it take for you?
Man, the right beat.
The right beat.
Yeah, the right beat. That beat got to move me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you listen to the beat gonna tell you what to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beat will tell you what to say.
So most time when you composing a song, you start off with
with the beat. Yeah, and sometimes like, you know, I have like did songs in my head and had some people to make beats around it, you know, but that's a long time in the studio. So I like to hear it, get to it and get it done.
Any of your favorite producers?
I got to give a shout out to my homeboy Dirty Hard. You know, he from Howard, you know, and also my homeboy Music Major. You know, he do a lot of beats for like Snoop Dogg. He did what's her name, Dage Low. He did some for Chris Brown. He actually did my beat for Giving Back to My Block, Corners, and a couple of more. Music Major, shout out to you, homie.
And for someone who hasn't heard any of your music, how would you explain your music?
I would say real.
Okay.
I'll say real. Something that everyone has probably been through or know somebody that have. So I could say real. I'll say real.
And with someone listening to your music, what is something that you would like your listener to take away from your projects?
Depending on what song it is, you know, because I try to do music for any and everybody. You know, I love all type of music. You know, when I was on the road with Nappy Roots, like we would listen to all types of music, man. You know, so I say just take that it was real, and you can be like, I can relate to that.
So I'm not gonna skip over that you went on tour with Nappy Roots.
Yeah.
Let's start here, and let's take a small journey into your. Just get a timeline. So where did you start?
Oh man, I started with a song called BMW back in the days, and it was Body Made Wrong, and it got so much feedback, man. I remember back when the radio station, if they was talking about you, you know you was good. So I say the song was probably out in the street because that's all I did was I make music and just go give it out in the streets. And I heard the radio personality at this time on 107.1, I think it was Dangerous D. And he was like, yeah, just like that guy saying that song, BMW, Body Made Wrong, a lot of women shouldn't wear what they wear. I was like, oh, I was at work for a fence company then. I was like, oh, they talking about my song, you know. So I knew it was getting out then, but I got a lot of negative feedback from that song also because I'm the type person, I don't really want to hurt nobody's feelings, you know. So I had a couple of female, I say a few come up, oh, such and such say you made that song about me. You know how people are, you know, and I never really made that song about nobody but the way I felt at the time when I went to the club.
Yeah.
Yep. BMW. Then also got with my homeboy Vert, and he had a group called First Family. And I got in that group for a minute and did some things, man.
And give us a year on that.
Oh man, that probably was 2005,
Okay.
4, something like that.
Okay. And what's that next big pivotal move you felt came after that?
Oh, riding down the road one day, man, and this one we had to be a little earlier than that. Yeah, no, I was riding down the road and T. Wallace hit me up, man, and he was like, man, fish scales from Nappy Roots, you know, want to holler at you. And I'm like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Fish scale want to holler at me? He was like, yeah, you know, he want to do some music with you. So I was like, cool, because, you know, at the time, like Scales and still is, you know, the biggest rapper to ever come out of Milledgeville, Fish Scales. And I remember looking at the front page Junior Recorder when he signed with Nappy Roots or whatever. And like, dang, you know, I want that to be me. And I say like maybe 2 years later, I was on the front page with Fish Scales when they had signed me.
Oh man.
Yeah, so, you know, if you believe, man, and trust God, anything can happen.
Okay. So you signed, and that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where do we go after that?
Oh, we went on the road, you know, the mixtape, and all along, you know, I'm having my own business, you know, doing the fencing and stuff. So I'm doing fencing through the weekdays. On the weekends, you know, going wherever, you know, we need to go to do music. And I met a lot of people with them. You know, I'm very, very grateful, man, you know, that they rock with me like that. Juvenile, Rich Boy, Jagged Edge, Anthony Hamilton, like so many artists that I've been like in the room like we doing right here, but I was starstruck. One time we did a show, Nappy Root was headlined with Digital Underground. So, you know, we in VIP with Digital Underground, and I'm like, whoa, this Shock G, these people that brought Tupac out, you know, they blazing, we drinking. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm here with these people. Yeah. I remember laying down that night, man, just looking up at the ceiling, smiling, like I just kicked it with Digital Underground. You know, who could say that?
Yeah.
And from Toonsboro/Milledgeville, you know.
Yeah. From a small city, you know.
Yeah.
And I felt somewhat some of them same feelings before.
Yeah. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing,
man.
It's a blessing, especially when you're able to dabble in your craft.
Right. But yeah, man, I done a lot of shows like, man, back Hole in the Wall, like for real, man, like Club Monies. Shit, we was in Macon probably every Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing shows there, man, probably a year straight, like every week, you know, we doing shows.
Okay.
And I got to give a shout out to Dollar Bill at the Hole in the Wall because he gave me my first $50. you know what I'm saying, to perform. I didn't know it was giving it to me because at the time I just wanted to get myself out there because I know I was good. And I stepped off stage and he gave me $50. I was like, dang, I got paid for something I like to do.
And sometimes you just need that small sign.
Yep. And somebody that tell you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, you can do it. You need people around you to tell you can do it.
So, where do you usually draw your information? Where do you usually draw your inspiration for your music?
Man, like I said, Ball and G. I love listening to Ross, you know, Tupac. Man, the list goes on, man. Just good music. Just good music. And the way you carry yourself also.
Yeah.
You know, that mean a lot to me also.
Do you find that your activism fuels your creativity or vice versa?
Nah.
I think so?
Nah.
And what makes you say that?
Well, I think so. For the simple fact of the song that I did, Giving Back to My Block. So yeah, I could say yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
It have.
And how do you balance the demands of your music career, your family life, and your work in the community?
Man, one thing about music, like it'll take you away from your family. You know, if you can't take them with you or whatever, but you gotta have that balance with it all. You know, just like today, you know, like I say, you know, I own a business also. I own a fencing company. So today I looked at 3 jobs, finished one, did a couple of more things, and now here doing an interview. So it's all about balancing everything. I learned that. Yeah, balance.
So your activism work has made such an impact. And can you really tell us about at least just one of your many accolades that really just stand out to you?
Yeah, getting 2 awards from the mayor. Not only the mayor, the first black mayor of Milledgeville, Georgia. You know, there's history. You know, getting the paperwork saying, you know, we appreciate you. You know, that's one of the biggest ones right there, man, you know. Because when I was doing it, you know, when you're doing something from the heart, you really don't care about none of that stuff. You know, but to get noticed, it's a good thing. Even shouts out to my homeboy Snap. You know, I won the 478 award, community activist, like 2 times. Yeah.
And congratulations on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And got to give a shout out to the community because when I started all of this stuff, doing the special need proms and all that, you know, I was paying straight out of pocket. You know, but the last couple of years, the community have stepped up and was like, look, whatever you need, we got you. And I appreciate that.
And what challenges have you faced in your activism work?
Oh, man.
Because I know, I mean, stuff like that, man.
Jealousy. People maybe, how can I put this? I can't say wishing that they was doing it, but not doing it and want to make trouble because I'm doing it. Want to say maybe I'm doing it for fame, you know, but just a bunch of jealousy, you know, that can come with it. Don't matter who you are, you know, I'm D-Boy Speaks. I love any and everybody, you know that, but everybody not gonna like you, no matter what you do, and I'm good with that. And the more that a lot of people can grasp to that, the world will be a better place.
Yeah, that's perfectly right.
Yeah, yep.
Now, what advice would you give to someone who wants to make a difference in the community, but they really just don't know where to start? Because a lot of times people want to do things, but they don't know that first move.
First move is doing like good gestures, like help your neighbor out, help somebody out. You see somebody in need, help them.
Yeah.
If you can't help them, don't hurt them. Don't talk about them, but just help somebody. That's how you can start. Also, you can find events like this Saturday. We going over to Macon. We got supplies that we giving out to the homeless people, in Macon, Georgia. Some around here, but in Millersville, we don't have a lot of homeless people. It's a couple, and we're gonna look for those too. But Macon, they everywhere. So it ain't just about Millersville. It's bigger than Millersville. It's the whole world.
So let's shift back into the dynamic of your music. So on your last project, what was your driving motivation?
Cause I love to put on clothes. I love to put that on. My kids like to do it. My homeboys like to do it. So why not make a song about putting it on? Yeah.
So you going to the studio, you getting ready to make some music. What do you need at the studio to be set?
To be set, I need my drink. I need my, and I need a good beat.
Yeah.
And a good engineer.
Yeah.
And I'm old school. I still need my paper and pencil.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm old school. I still need my paper and pencil.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It just show you put a lot of craft into your work.
Yeah.
So your performances, I've seen myself. They're very powerful.
Thank you. That's one thing Fish Scale from Nappy Roots told me. Like, I know how to entertain. And I go out there, I just have fun. It's like being in the bathroom.
So how do you continue to bring so much energy?
Man, you just got to know. You just got to go. And if it is in you, it's in you. You don't have to really get ready for it because you already know what you got to do.
Yeah.
So it got to be in you. You got to love it.
And out of all your performances, what is one of your favorite, most memorable performances and why?
Man, we went to Macon to Club Monies and Millersville really showed out that night. And we performed. Everybody was screaming my name before I even came out. And man, I tell you what, we turned it out, man, and we did so good. When I got off stage, some of the guys from Macon started bumping us. Boom, boom. I was like, oh shit. So we was like, yeah, it's time for us to go. We did too good. So when we was leaving, we seen a few other guys coming out the door like, yeah, y'all ready? I was like, man, we turned that bitch out.
Yeah.
We turned it out, man.
Yeah. So what do you feel like sets you apart from most artists?
What you mean? Decipher
What sets you apart is in...
Oh, okay, what sets me apart from others? I think my heart. Man, I got a big heart. You know what I'm saying? And just being me. Just being me. Don't want to be like nobody else. I don't care to scream that I'm from Toonsboro, Wilco born, Baldwin County raised, because that's where I'm from. So why would I lie and say I'm from somewhere else? Because if they like you, they're gonna like you regardless.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think that right there what sets me, out a little different from everybody else.
So in your opinion, how has the music industry changed in terms of supporting artists who are activists? Because I think you see the narrative as well.
Yeah.
At one point, music was about power. And now
Yeah.
It's a lot of crash out music, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of crash out music, man. Like, yeah, it's rough. It's rough, man. People just the way music is now, like you gotta be what they call it, drill music. You know, you gotta be shooting something, you gotta be killing something right now. You know, if you come out with the good songs now, positive songs about change, they look at you like you're weak, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so they never looked at me like I was weak. Like when I came out with that song with Project Pat and we did the video called Nothing About You, it's on YouTube, D-Boy featuring Project Pat. You know, we was talking about, you know, doing it. But coming back to Millersville, seeing these people dying every day, people shooting up houses every day, I'm like, nah, I don't want that. That's why I went to the song Corners to try to make change. Mm-hmm. And I actually left a record label because they wanted to push this song with me and Project Pack, and I wanted to push Corners. Mm-hmm. So by me being my own boss too at the same time, you know, I ain't signed with nobody. I feel like I want to do Corners, so I'm just step back and invest my money in me and put Corners out, shoot my own video and do all of that. And that's what I did.
Yeah. Speaking of Project Pat, you know, you seen that.
Yeah, he's doing it. Yeah, he's doing positive things now. Yeah.
And I feel like
salute the Project Pat.
When you got a good heart, man, it just shows.
It just shows. And man, he's a good dude, man. Like, for real. Project Pat, real cool.
Yeah. So, what's one piece of advice you would give a aspiring musician or just someone writing the youth? What would you push to the youth right now? What's a good message you would send?
If you're gonna do it and have fun. Have fun doing it, because if you're having fun, then you're not gonna look at it as a job or anything like that. And be you. Be different. You know, you ain't gotta be like everybody else, because different is what everybody want to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to hear something different. You don't want to hear the same stuff over and over again.
Outside of music and your activism, what's a hobby or interest that you think your fans might like to know about?
Man, I love cooking. I actually gonna start my own cooking channel. I want to call it Smoke and Eat. Yeah, man, I love to cook, man. It's nothing really that I can't cook. If you go to my Facebook or whatever, you'll see all kind of stuff on cooking. Like outside, I build fires outside and fry chicken and grill turkeys, some of everything, man.
Oh man,
I love cooking. I love that.
Sound good, man.
And I can do it. I'm good at it. A lot of people want my food. But I don't think I want a restaurant. I think I'd rather just have a cooking channel to teach you how to do it.
Some people need that.
Yeah.
Some people need that. So if you collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, and you're gonna pick one,
okay,
who would it be?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Why you say that?
Cause man, I feel like I'm gonna put him on some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we gonna make it. And then you gotta think, like Mike in his prime, man, Michael Jackson had grown men falling out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just wanna get out there with him and do a song and perform in front of 500,000 people.
So your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Smooth Criminal.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I got a second one though, Dirty Diana.
Yeah.
I actually redid that song back in the days.
Okay.
Dirty Diana, to that beat. And I was rapping about a psycho ex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was fire. It was funny too.
Yeah.
Cause she ended up knocking me out in the song, hit me in the back of the head with something and knocked me out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Man. So last song you listened to on repeat?
To be honest with you, man, like I'm a real mellow dude. You know, I love rap, but you know, I listen to slow music too. So I'm gonna say maybe some Jagged Edge, probably.
Check it out.
Yeah, head of this household or something, probably something like that.
Got you.
I'm gonna be real with you.
So, favorite clothing brand?
Too long. I rock with it.
Cause we've seen the video.
Yeah. So we
some work
working.
with
Yeah,
them.
got some people talking to try to make some things happen with them.
Okay.
Yep. Too long. I love them. And you know, I had my own brand, you know, but I didn't sell it. You know, I gave it out, and it was D-Boy Speak. You know, it was pullovers, and all of them had like positive quotes on it or something, like D-Boy Speak, find a cure. D-Boy Speak, increase the peace. Yeah. D-Boy Speak, stop bullying. You know, it was stuff like that. And they're actually gonna bring that back this summer. Yeah. I think it's time for it.
Yeah. So, finally, if you weren't a musician or activist, what other career path do you think you would have chosen?
Man, it's crazy because when I was younger, I remember telling my mom that I wanted to fly airplanes.
A pilot?
Yeah, but man, I'm scared of height now. So I never been on a plane, bro. Everywhere we went, we drove. Yeah.
Okay, how they gonna work?
We gonna make it work. Probably Mr. T me, you know, shoot me up with something to put me to sleep or whatever and wake me up when it's over. Nah, but I actually will do it. My daughter want me to do it, you know, so we probably make that happen this year, 2025.
Follow that dream.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So, as you stand right now, if you could imagine your younger self sitting on the other side of you, what is one thing that you would say?
Keep pushing. Don't let nobody hold you back. And get up every day and work like you don't have $1 to your name. You know, because I'm gonna be real, being somebody like myself, a lot of people can depend on you. And having a good heart, some people take advantage of it. So you gotta know balance. You gotta know who to help, when to help. Young D-Boy, but never give up.
Hey man, thank you so much again for sharing your journey and your insights with us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the things that you do in the music industry. Thank you so much for the things that you do in the community.
Thank you.
And we thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We posted here with D-Boy. I'm the Wizard. Thank you so much. And we hope to hear from you again.
Let's do it.
Sure.